How's it going, everybody? It's Stock Picks by Tim. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. Hope you were able to see some family. But we're back on the grind here, and I want to get into a couple things. First of all, Crypto.com unveiling their list of predictions for 2022. And then I'm going to give my own prediction for 2022 for the CRO token. And then we're going to touch on Polkadot because it's starting to break out. But first off, we have this article here, and of course I will leave you a link below as always, as well as some links for BlockFi, Voyager, Crypto.com. Get you some rewards using my link and get some free money. For those of you getting bearish on Bitcoin, seeing it just kind of flounder around the low 50s, break 50, come back down, for those of you that are getting bearish, for those of you that think the crypto winter is coming, I've got something for you to see here. So first off, they expect that the international crypto users will reach 1 billion by the end of 22. Now mind you, as of November, we're at 292 million. So that would be a triple up just about from here. And I believe why they think that is, partly, is because when you just look at January of 2021, so about a year ago, we were only at 106 million users. So over 1 year, we almost tripled this number, just about tripled this number. So that's why I think partly why they are giving this prediction. We've also got more momentum of countries accepting crypto, in my opinion, and there's also news lately with Turkey. Might go into that in a second, but they go on to say, in parallel, more nations facing a highly inflationary economy and depreciating currency may adopt cryptocurrency as legal tender, following the example of El Salvador. And they will benefit greatly, in my opinion, for being one of the first early adopters in terms of a national currency. I think this is pretty big. And we knew about this for months. This isn't new news, okay, but it is something worth noting. And next up, they expect and predict that cryptos will become a staple in traditional finance portfolios, either whether it's, a 10% allocation to your fund or just buying a Bitcoin ETF. But you see here, Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, exchange traded funds like Valkyries, received approval earlier this year. And the first crypto ETFs launched this year were met with demand beyond their capacity. And that's one thing, the first ETF that came out, I believe, had the highest volume in any ETF in history. And more reasons to be bullish are things like traditional banks and financial houses like MS, Morgan Stanley, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, GS, JP Morgan, JPM, EY, Bank of America, BAC, I believe it is, Credit Suisse, are seeking partnerships with crypto exchanges to integrate crypto into their main services, from payments to transfers and investments. And you'll see the institutional adoption here on this chart. Morgan Stanley, 17th of March, Citigroup, May, 18th June, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, 22 July, September, Ernst & Young, Bank of America, 4th of October, 5th of October, Credit Suisse. Now, what the future holds for us, in my opinion, is even more institutional adoption. And one way that Crypto.com expects the mass crypto adoption to be fueled is partly by NFTs and blockchain gaming, plus the metaverse. And they go on to say the metaverse has grown exponentially in 2021, leading the way for evolution in online culture through NFTs, gaming, and online identities. It is crystallizing as the gateway for crypto adoption by non-natives. And you guys all know that I am bullish on the crypto gaming coins, like the Gala games, the engines, Decentraland, Sandbox, and many, many more. But definitely more bullish on Gala games and engine, Sandbox, and Decentraland. I'd want to pull back even more. I have since gotten out of Decentraland, though. I was in that up until almost the 5s, I believe, and then I jumped out. But it is almost looking like a zone to buy, in my opinion. But we might get into that in a minute. And of course, we've got Facebook, now Meta, appearing into the metaverse and using it as a venue for monetization, expecting more to follow. Now here's the growth of gaming. You will notice here, you can see the users of games constantly increasing. So it's one thing to consider. But of course, I will leave you guys the link below for this. Just wanted to bring it to your attention. It is a few days old, but still worthwhile to read nonetheless. Now, hopping over to Crypto.com, we have been recovering nicely. And looking down at the MACD, we do have a golden cross, a very bullish sign. We are pointing upwards on the RSI, and we are still in a great zone. We are not overbought nor oversold, so I think the RSI is in a great zone to run. Either way, honestly. I mean, the RSI could run either way. We are pointing up. Now, we are holding this above this yellow line. This is the 100-day EMA, and we're looking pretty good. We are bouncing off of it. And for us to come back to previous highs, we've got a long way to go to get close to that $1. We are almost at a double up from here, about 40% up. Now I'm going to give you a prediction for the end of 2022 for CRO, and I think that's going to be anywhere from $1.50 to $2 minimum. I think $1 is going to be no easy feat to break. Once we come up to that point, inevitably, I do think we will break it. I do think we will break our all-time highs. It's just a matter of when. I think it's still a great position to buy. I like it in this zone. I do like it under 70 cents, as I've said before. And I was taking advantage of it down in the 50s. Every time it would hit right about 50 cents, I would add to my position. But yeah, definitely bullish on crypto.com coin. I do like their app. I do prefer Voyager's app a little bit more. And I'm also bullish on the VGX coin. You can get that on Voyager, link below for that as well. But looking at the chart, we will break that all-time high in my opinion in 2022. This will happen. And I'm pretty confident in that. I am pretty confident in that. And they did just have their game on Christmas Day at the CRO Arena, crypto.com Arena. So good news there. And next up, we're going to look at DOT or Polkadot. Now, this has been recently running. You guys know I am bullish on Polkadot. I have previous videos about that. But looking at it, we are on a nice run here. I think it's going to bull flag. We're going to have a nice little bit of consolidation pretty soon. I do expect to see some red here coming up quick. We are overbought on the RSI. I think we need to come back down to reality just a little bit. But I do expect this to consolidate and then continue to run. It'd be fantastic to see us break this about 31.5 cent resistance here. If we can break this on this run, that'll give us our next leg up to run up to, I'd say, about 33 to 35, realistically. But I do expect some red to come in here and slightly consolidate. And then we're either gonna bull flag and we're either gonna break or we're gonna dip under, retest that 28 most likely as our support, because we did have a little bit of trouble breaking 28 earlier. You'll see that we did have a little trouble breaking 28, but once we did, we started running. So that's one thing to consider. Look for 28 as that support level if we do pull back. I am bullish on Polkadot on the long term, and I am looking forward to getting my 12%. I am looking forward to getting my 12% here on the first through Voyager. But that's basically all I got for you. Just a quick update. Let me know in the comments below your favorite crypto and how your Christmas was. Did you get everything you wanted? Were you able to see all the family you set out to see? But thanks as always, guys, and I will see you on the next one.